Look at the Irish there to your fella. There may have been more tricolours behind the Celtic goal than Celtic had chances, but that didn't stop this shite team that is somehow top of the table sneaking over the line and getting an undeserved 3 points against Dundee in a not so super Sunday. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. 2 games today featuring both sides of the old firm, featuring the 2 biggest teams in Scotland, and honestly, man, both games were absolutely dreadful. We hear about how Celtic Rangers are the juggernauts of Scottish football. I mean, based on what we've seen today, it sums up Scottish football when these are the 2 best teams that we have to offer, and they were absolutely shite, absolutely rank rotten. Both could have easily lost today, yet somehow both got over the line. Celtic very fortunate with both their goals today, as were Rangers. I mean, there was 4 Old Firm goals, and honestly, I mean, I would say none of them were worthy of the James Forrest strike's good, but yet what a stroke of luck. You've got Kyogo, who tried to control the ball, and he's totally fucked up, and it somehow lands into the path of James Forrest. You've got the second Forrest goal. 2 Dundee players win the ball, they slide in, win the ball, and it somehow bounces up and breaks into the path of James Forrest. Then his shot magically just pegs the goalkeeper. Then you look at both Rangers goals where it was like an own goal and then a goal where the defender and the Hemming just bounced into each other and allowed Dessers to have an open net. I mean, Jesus Christ. We thought this was going to be a good title fight filled with quality. There was no quality today.
No, there was none. I mean, I'll put a bit of respect on James Forrest's name. His goals were alright. Yeah, the second one's lucky. Well, they're both kind of lucky, but he still had to finish them.
Here's the deal. James Forrest, right, this done 33-year-old that Celtic fans have not wanted in their team for multiple seasons now, is the guy that's keeping Celtic's season alive. He's the guy that's getting them wins in the league. He's the guy that's firing them into the Scottish Cup final.
He's not appreciated.
James Forrest, he's literally grabbing this team by the scruff and taking them forward.
No, he's not appreciated.
Where's the wingers that they spent money on? Where's your Yangs and your Palmers and your Coons? What are they doing?
Nothing. Nada. Silch. Hee-haw. And I don't know, man. I expected one of the old firms to drop points today. Entertainment.
No, we didn't take.
I wanted it to be Celtic.
We didn't take much notes, but it's a good job that we actually watched the game and have good memories. Therefore, we don't need notes.
Yeah, I mean, the game starts off even, I thought. You get corners being dished out left, right and centre.
Celtic looked good in the first 10 minutes.
They did.
They looked lively. They looked threatening. I thought it could be a long day for Dundee. But the longer the game went in the first half, the more Dundee got into it, and Dundee were enjoying more possession in the Celtic half. I wouldn't say Dundee really threatened much in terms of scoring in the first half, but they were having a decent amount of possession, especially in the final third. You know, they were getting forward, right? They weren't really creating much, but they were getting forward, and it looked like it was going to be a tough day for Celtic, because the longer the game went on in the first half, Celtic were just getting forward, and they were getting into the Dundee area less and less. But then we got a ball played up to Kyogo. He tries to control it. He doesn't do a good job of it. The ball gets away from Kyogo. It lands perfectly in the air for James Forrest. I mean, if it was an assist by Kyogo, you'd be going, wow, that's like one of the assists of the season. But, I mean, it was an absolute fluke. Fair play, though. Credit to Forrest. Great volley right into the bottom-hand corner. No keeper saving it. We've seen some shite performances today from goalkeepers, especially that cheating cunt Joe Hart. But no keeper saving this.
Was Joe Hart really shite today? It wasn't that bad.
Well, he was cheating, wasn't he? And he should have got more than one yellow card.
Yeah, he should have.
Which equals a red, in case you've lost count at home.
Yep, they've lost count at home, but...
No, but see what he done at the end, right? There's a ball clearly on the pitch, ready for him to take the goal kick with, and he is going into the crowd looking for a different ball. That should be a straight red.
A straight red?
No, that's cheating.
Fair enough. But they didn't give a straight red, they only gave a yellow.
Well, I think when you're wasting time when there's no time to waste, Dundee didn't have time to waste, and he thinks he can wait a minute behind the goal.
I did over 4 cards, right? Say they gave him a straight red. Does that count as 2?
I reckon Rangers should, and Dundee for that matter, should request that John Beaton never officiates these games again.
He's a Celtic man, John Beaton. That's for sure. I thought he was a John Beaton loyal. Apparently not. He's a fud. Loyalty one end.
He's probably got a season ticket at both fucking Ibrox and Celtic Park. He's double dipping.
He's double dipping, I say. He fucking is
double dick. Anyway, right, Celtic take great goal for Forrest, right? But it was fortunate. The finish is fantastic, but he was fortunate to get that chance, no doubt about it. Celtic 1-0 at the break. Were they the better team? Like, I don't know. There wasn't much in it, right? First half I thought was pretty even. Second half was not. Dundee were by far the better team. By far the better team in the second half. No doubt about it in my mind. The ball was constantly in the Celtic final third. Dundee were the much more threatening team. They were the team getting shots off. I think it took to like the 67th minute for Celtic to get the first chance of the second half. Or not long off the 67th minute. Have we got an exact time?
We've got an exact time.
67th minute, there you go. I mean, Celtic created nothing. Then even the goal, I mean, it's not like it's a great bit of skill for Forrest to get into the box initially. I believe it was it Diego Portals? No, Ricky Lamy. So Ricky Lamy.
It's not Diego Portals, by the way. It's something. It's
Anthony. Well, he's Mexican, so I'm going to call him Diego. You got a problem with that?
No.
There you go. So yeah, Ricky Lamy's trying to take the ball out, and he loses it, and you just can't do this. Forrest gets played through, and then I think it is Portals who makes a slide tackle, or maybe Lamy getting back in time to make the slide tackle, and both Dundee players go in. They both get something on the ball, but the ball somehow bounces up over both of them and lands through straight into the path of James Forrest, who continued his run. Yeah. I mean, you could play this tackle out another 100 times and the ball would never land in that position for James Forrest, but on this occasion it did. He finished it. Decent finish. Pegged the goalkeeper. Did he mean it?
Right,
Probably
it's not megged, mate. Not pegged. Not megged. Alright? Not megged.
Not megged.
Pegged is what fucking True Geordie likes to do.
Fair enough.
So when you say not pegged, people are like, what?
Right,
it's good to clear the board on that one.
Right, there'll be enough. No more talking shite. There'll be enough of that.
Anyway, I think Dundee shattered our hopes and dreams, by the way, because they should have. I think Dundee had done enough to be winning at that point before Celtic made it 2-0.
Yeah, they had, but let's keep it real here. The Dundee goal was a little bit fortunate as well. Ball came in, Portals strikes it, it hits off Silla, it bounces back to him, he strikes it again, it hits off Adia, and it crawls in. So, I mean, another fortunate goal here. And then Dundee 2-1, you're thinking, right, well, they had all these chances at 1-0 to get back in the game. At 2-0, they didn't really create that much because it was almost like that Celtic goal killed it. But you're thinking, right, 2-1, back in it, 16 minutes, they're going to create a lot. And it just never really happened. With a header late on, McCowan, I believe it was. Was it McCowan? Might have been. Yeah. Anyway, he headed it wide. Ball came in, free kick, back post. I believe he gets the side netting. I mean, it's an okay attempt or whatever, but when you're in the 94th minute, you really need that to be on target or directing it across the goal or doing something with it. Putting it out for a goal kick that Joe Hart's going to waste fucking 2 minutes on just isn't the right thing to do. Joe Hart did get booked, although he should have got booked multiple times. You know, just cheating at the end. This shite overrated bastard. It wasn't good enough for Manchester City, wasn't good enough for Torino, wasn't good enough for Spurs, wasn't good enough for Burnley. You know, just this shite guy that had a couple of decent years and then got kicked out of England because he wasn't good enough, and now he thinks he's at Celtic. He's picking up wins over Dundee and he thinks he's the man. He's a fraud. Get Begovic in. Begovic's a much better goalkeeper. I'm looking forward to Azamir coming in next season.
No, I think the league's fucking pants. That's what I think the league is. You've got the worst Celtic and Rangers teams, right, in terms of...
And nobody can get near them.
Like, obviously, Rangers are better than what they were when they came up, right? Initially, obviously. But in terms of, like, the old firm being, like, on a level playing field, because, I mean, there are only 3 points between them. It's the worst they've been. I mean, I would argue... When? I was saying, like, 40 years.
I think
near enough 40 years.
I think the two best teams lost today.
Yeah, absolutely. And and it doesn't matter if Celtic or Rangers win the league. You're still going to celebrate it, right? But it's two poor teams, and see whoever wins the league, they are going to get scudded in the Champions League.
You can't even say, you know what, Rangers and Celtic weren't at their best today, but you know they had the quality at the right times. The quality players proved to be the difference. All 4 goals were really fucking fortunate. Outside of, James Forrest finishes were good. I'm not denying that, but he was very fortunate to be in that position in the first place. Rangers, an own goal and I don't even know what you call the second one.
Desser's delight.
Well, that's what you can call that. There was nothing delightful about today. Anyway, Dundee should have got something at this game. They didn't. John Beaton made sure of it. I think he should have played a little bit extra at the end as well.
It's just a flat Sunday. You know, I don't know. I expected so much more for a double header. I mean, this is the last double header of the season. But anyway, next week can Hearts beat Celtic?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's a triple header coming up somewhere.
Is there a triple? Well, aye, well, it's the last double header then. Here, there might be a double header last day of the season, last game of the season. But, you know, the more this game went on and this result, I think Rangers need a draw the day between Dundee and Celtic. Or they need Hearts to do something next week.
Can Hearts do it? Can Hearts go to Celtic Park and wipe the smile off of the Green Brigade's face? Who knows? We'll see. Hopefully burn a few of those tricolours while they're at it. Also seen a Palestine flag in there as well. Lovely to see the Celtic fans representing their Scottish team here. Brilliant. Love to see it. Anyway, Celtic are top of the table, and if it finished, if the league season finished right now, would the better team be champions?
Yeah, because whoever finishes top, man's the better team.
So, all right, would the deserving team be champs?
Yeah, because Rangers have thrown it away.
All right, would the shite team be second?
Aye.
There you go, then that's it.
Here, I do think, right, that Rangers have had the best period of the season. I do think from when Clement came in up until the end of February, I think that's probably the best period any team's had. I mean, hell, Hearts in that period were really good as well when that went 10 games undefeated. But at the end of the day, Celtic are going to win. Brendan Rodgers got away with one. Celtic have got away with one.
He has.
The fans have got away with one. Because Rangers have serial fucking bottlers.
Well, it's not over yet.
It is.
I do think it will be over next week, though, if Celtic beat Hearts. I think that's the last line of defence for Rangers. I think Hearts are the team that can save Rangers. Can the mini Huns...
Diet Huns.
Can the Diet Huns... The
Diet
mini
Cola
Huns,
tastes like piss, don't it? This afternoon tasted like pish. So, until next time, peace.